Okay, so just a little heads up. The things that I know so far, stuff that has been revealed before the Into the Verses came out today, was Ajax teasing a lot of stuff with a faster gameplay direction, short hops, and just overall gameplay improvements. Of course, we got Raven. We're excited for that. Arena mode and Fighters Road has all been teased before this, so we have a lot to look forward to, and I'm really excited to see how it looks in game and whenever they start moving. Who knows? Maybe it's not coming out immediately in season 4. Maybe it'll be on the testing grounds for a little while first. But regardless, I am quite excited to see what we got. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello and welcome, Multiversus players all around, to the biggest season yet. Season number 4 has arrived.
Hold on, let me fix chat real fast. I think yeah, it was cut off just a little bit. So let me make sure everything looks good. All right, yep, that looks fine. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
What time it is? It's time to talk all about it. It's myself, Ajax, and my fellow community manager, the cat. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing excellent. This is a very, very, very special episode for even me personally, man. You already know what type of time I'm on right now. You know I'm super excited.
Look, we've talked about it all the time. We're always big fans of when everybody gets their favorite character in the game, and this is quite literally one half of your favorite.
I am surprised they're not on the couch, but you know, I kind of like this duo quite a bit.
Season 4 is loaded
as much as we shit on them.
There is a lot to talk about. Yeah, it's
they're a very fun duo, and you can tell that they have a lot of passion for the game.
So to start things off,
whenever they were on the couch, I had no idea who the other guy was. I'm gonna be real with you.
Here is a look.
Trailer again.
Yes, of course. It is our favorite trailer, like no doubt when it comes to gameplay trailers, and it's time to see it one more time. Let's take a look one more time at the Raven gameplay trailer.
Yeah, we'll pause through it so I can give my thoughts on it as well, because I've already seen this. Oh god, her design's so good. All right, let's talk about it. They aged her up because they knew they needed her to be goonable. If she was still a Teen Titan, I'm sure there would be like some sort of like backlash and controversy. I love this design. This design is very, very cool and sleek is how we'll put it. But it's tons of fun, and I think it works very, very well in Multiversus. But let's go ahead and see what else she's got. I haven't actually like frame by frame this, so this will be a first. Interesting down air, standard up tilt. This Raven move, I'm sure she's gonna I'm sure they're gonna go over it and like explain it more like in depth. But this Raven move looks so cool. Ugh, I want to see the range on this. I'm sure we'll get to.
Your stupid pink flip-flops are making me inexplicably angry.
She looks like she's got a good jab. It looks a little short range. Oh, this like up tilt, up special? I don't know what it is, but it looks really cool with a weird air grab. What is this move? She just popped next to him and he died.
You don't talk much. I respect that. Not bad.
Oh, schoolgirl Raven.
And you're giving me a headache already.
Dang, they really are gonna go all out on the gooning, huh?
You think you're the only one with family drama?
This looks like it'll be a fun boss fight.
I'm not sure what I hate more.
Oh, she's got like a Black Adam shield kinda.
I'm not sure what I
But it goes away whenever she has to like hold it. That is interesting. Oh, is that her nair? That looks like a good nair. This move? Yeah, this looks disjointed as hell. And it looks like it pops up really well for combos.
So, like, big black capes, right? I don't really do celebrating, but yay.
I'm sure this, it's got a lot of hype going for everyone
And so,
as soon as
as
that
you
was
all
put
see,
out.
Raven from
Very,
the
very
Teen Titans
clean.
will be joining officially the Multiversus
I'm excited to
roster.
see
And of
more
course, this is a
details on
character
it.
that was highly requested, very popular, and so the entire team wanted to do justice to her inclusion to the Multiversus roster. And of course, got to get in a little bit of her backstory. Ajax, would you like to take that over?
Oh, of course. Well, you already know we got the Triple Crown winner in Tara Strong coming back to reprise the role of Raven, who is not only here for Bubbles, for Harley, but there's a little
Is
very
that how you pronounce her
funny bit
name?
in that
Tara?
trailer where
I always thought it was
she's
Tara
essentially just
Strong.
talking to herself. It's so iconic to the character, and we're very glad to be able to bring that voice to Raven, and also just a lot of unique takes to the way that the design went. A lot of times everybody is very curious as to what a new character will look like when they first drop. Well, shout outs to the art team for creating such an amazing rendition of Raven for Multiversus.
Yeah, and so essentially, this character was again not only popular, but the entire team also loves this character a lot. And so not only from the artistic perspective, which shout outs again, they killed
I'll just say
from
I
a
think
gameplay
both of these
perspective,
characters,
we had to make sure
Multiversus
we
has a
had
tendency
on
of
this
putting out
character.
like
So without further ado,
a
I think
character
we
that
can share
everyone
with the
wants
people
and
exactly
then
what
kind of
Raven
a
takes like.
promo character for a movie or series that they have that's coming out.
And today is a very
All right, before we get into this, but I think season 4 was one of the first ones where both of the characters were widely received bangers, right? Both of these characters have been asked for a lot, so I'm sure a lot of people will be giving the game another shot. So I think if there is a time that they want to try to get everyone back on board with gameplay changes, this is the time.
Special day. Today, I'm going to be giving you the breakdown of the
Both characters were in the top 25 most requested. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I don't know where Marcelina was exactly, but I would be surprised if she wasn't top 10.
Addition to the Multiversus roster. Today, we have Raven, the member of the Teen Titans and daughter of Trigon, coming to Multiversus. I'm super duper excited. This is a character that I have wanted for a very, very long time, and the fact that she is finally here and she's going to be available to you guys makes me super duper happy. This character is like no other, and I mean it. You're about to see this move set in full force.
Marceline was 18th.
So,
really? I had no idea.
Raven is a mage class character. She's a technical character that can fight long range and up close.
Now I'm curious to know what the rest of the list looks like.
Set play, meaning
you'll have to send me that.
Players will want to create situations that can be capitalized on after knocking down their opponent or knocking away their opponent. Raven is the only character in the game that has a companion in the form of her companion Raven, Lenore.
Is that true?
Raven also has a passive.
You could probably argue that Meeseeks are companions. Come on.
Named magical countermeasures. When Raven takes
sweet,
over
thank you, I appreciate it.
Faster, has more knockback on her moves, and
okay.
When Raven takes over 100 damage, she gets faster, has more knockback on her moves, and does even more damage.
Oh, she's got Terry Go meter. Not really, because it's more like a stat buff, but a post 100 only buff is very interesting. I wonder how people feel about that, because I know people in Smash typically dislike their comeback mechanics, but I wonder if because I'm assuming she's going to be a light character. So I wonder if because of that, people will be fine with it, because in theory you shouldn't be getting her to 100, and I guess it's more like getting punished for not closing the stock early enough. But even then, I know people are, back and forth on comeback mechanics, but I like the idea that it's a stat buff and it's not like oh, I hit you once and you die, right? Like whenever Little Mac hits you with KO punch, it's less like, oh my god, he outplayed me. It's more like, oh my god, I got hit with the stupid cheese thing, or like Lucario, right? because all of his moves are like way bigger, and his play style changes completely whenever he like gets post 100. Same thing with like Terry as well. He just gets like access to some crazy like cheese. Oh, I hit you with this one thing and now you're dead at like 40. So I think the idea of it just being like a movement speed buff with a little extra kill power is, I think it's fine in terms of like comeback mechanics. But look, I'll be honest, I love comeback mechanics. I think they're really like fun for the most part. Obviously, it's not the most like competitive thing, and as a competitor, it sounds weird to say that I like comeback mechanics, but it does, at least as a spectator from time to time, it makes things a lot more interesting.
Takes over 100 damage, she gets faster.
I hope it's not too frustrating, like one last zoinks. I think when it gets frustrating as a comeback mechanic, it's in instances like one last zoinks, or to an extent, like Iron Giant's Rage Mode, or Velma's like Mystery Van, right? Whenever those come on, it's not a matter of like, I got outplayed, GG's. It's more a matter of like, oh my god, I get hit with the stupid cheese thing. That sucks. So I think like in terms of trying to do a comeback mechanic, this is one of the better ones.
Has more knockback on her moves and
One Winged Angel is a good way of describing it. Yeah, that's a much better comparison.
Raven's grounded dash attack lunges Raven forward toward the opponent. This simply just knocks away the opponent altogether. Her grounded neutral attack is a very signature move that you'll all probably be familiar with. It has 3 levels of power. The uncharged version is Azeroth. The second, longer charge version is Azeroth Metreon. And then the longest charge version is Azeroth Metreon Zinthos. The longer you charge, the more knockback is going to be taken from this move, as well as how large and long the move will be. Holding the attack.
This is an interesting move. This is definitely going to be a twos move, right? I'm sure you'll get like combos with like Azeroth, but you're not going to have the time to charge it up to get the most out of this move in ones. This is definitely a twos screen control type move, right? Where someone like kind of covers her while she's like charging it, and then she does it, and there's like a lot of screen control on the screen at a time. Like she can use it to wall out things pretty well, I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure we'll be seeing that a lot in twos specifically.
Attack leaves you very vulnerable to your opponent, so be very, very careful if you decide to charge this move. Raven's grounded forward attack is a little different this time around than other characters. Raven's jab is a set of projectiles, and it's only one part and a 2-part. The first part of the jab is that set of projectiles that I just mentioned, but the last part of the jab is actually a big fist that comes out to knock the opponent away with a lot of knockback.
It's probably good for dueling someone at twos by the ledge. Yeah, like if she's just sitting on the ledge charging that move, I feel like it's going to be really hard to recover against that. You're going to want to like stay on the wall as she's charging it, and then your twos partner could just go down and like spike them. So that's going to be a very, very good move in twos, I believe.
Raven's jab.
This jab being a projectile though is very interesting though.
Combo into the rest of her grounded normal attacks as well. This move is exceptional for.
I'm so hyped for Raven. She looks really cool so far.
To set up her offense. Raven's down attack hits in front of her and behind her, slamming into the ground. Raven's down attack hits in front of her and behind her, slamming into the ground.
It's got a lot of range on it, actually.
Magic. The down attack hits at a wide range, and it launches opponents into the air, which she's able to act out of super fast, making it a very reliable combo tool. Grounded neutral.
It does seem like a very reliable combo tool.
Her opponent with her mind to knock them away. This move is a get off move, and you can combo from this move on hit. You basically want to use this move to knock away opponents very fast, but again, if you decide to approach with this move and be aggressive with it, you can follow up off of it.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about Raven's grounded side.
How do I feel about get off me tools that are also combo tools? I'd have to think about that, honestly, because on paper, that sounds really annoying to deal with, right? Like, I feel like having a defensive tool that also works as like a really good offensive tool can be a little obnoxious to deal with. But then again, people love Fox's shine, so you know, uh, I guess it can definitely work out in certain situations. Are you ready for the Goth Girl season? Oh, for sure, for sure. This is probably gonna be a lot of people's favorite season.
Special attack, and this is gonna be.
Sheesh, I appreciate I appreciate you talking about the game, but as a heads up, I have not seen any of this, into the verse yet. So try your best to avoid spoilers going forward, because I really want to make sure that I have a genuine reaction to everything. But I appreciate it though.
Be a very important one. Raven's grounded side.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
This is gonna be a very important one. Raven sends out her companion Lenore, who does a 2-hit combo that can knock away your opponent or knock your opponent back towards you, depending on the space.
Very cool move, honestly.
You can curve Lenore above you and toward the ground as well.
Ooh.
Lenore in so many different spots of the map that it offers so much utility.
That is
so much uniqueness to the things you can create with this companion.
Oh, this is gonna be like her move.
After you perform a special
you can hit him.
Or if your opponent
no, don't hit the bird.
3 times. Keep in mind, your companion does
animal abuse in my multiverses.
Let's talk about the multiple usages that Lenore actually brings to the table. If you press side special again, Lenore will detonate, causing opponents to be wrung out vertically at the top of the blast zone. You can perform all 3 of
how much kill power does that have?
Through Lenore, which is very, very important. So you can do the up special.
Oh, I wonder if it does work as something that Taz can eat.
And Raven, which allows you to combo back and forth between.
Hold on.
So you can do the up special, which allows you to combo back and forth between.
How does that work? I can't tell how this hitbox works, honestly.
And lastly, let's get.
But that seems very crazy.
Which is very, very important. So you can do the up special, which allows you to combo back and forth between Lenore.
Did they talk about up special yet? Am I crazy?
And Raven. And lastly, let's get into Raven's specialty perks. First one.
I don't think they covered up special.
Which is very, very important.
I'm very confused on how this works.
Up special, which allows you to combo back and forth between Lenore and Raven.
This seems very cool, though. I hope that this doesn't have, like... I really hope that this doesn't have some true, like, infinite loop. Because, man, if it does, we're going to be hearing about it on Twitter for weeks to come.
Which allows you to combo back and forth.
The cat was really sick during recording, so he forgot some moves. All right, I mean, understandable. I mean, we'll be able to like see what she can do tomorrow, anyways. I will be streaming tomorrow as well, of course, playing season 4, giving it a shot. So you guys be sure to look forward to that. Hey, Elevator, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it.
Between Lenore and Raven. And lastly, let's get into Raven's specialty perks. First one up, telekinetic takedown. Down special can now summon rocks from the ground and throw them at the opponent. You can even choose the direction that these rocks are thrown. You can throw them upward, sideways, or downward.
Okay.
Right with an opponent that shoots a projectile, you can cast a projectile. For example,
can you only do this with a perk, I guess is the question.
Raven, and she uses this perk, Raven will have the ability to stick the bat doll to Raven, and she uses this perk. Raven will have the ability.
Yeah, but this doesn't seem super reliable in certain situations. Like, yeah, did you see it just go under her rocks?
Raven will have the ability to stick.
Like, I'm sure it'll be good against. Oh, I'm sure it'll be good in like quite a bit of matchups. Like, I'm sure Tom and Jerry will be really nice in, but the fact that it looks a little unreliable is, not the greatest.
Magical countermeasures requires less damage to trigger, meaning that instead of.
Whenever she's throwing someone, it looks like she's pointing. Here, let me go back and see if I can see it.
At the opponent. You can even choose the down specials. First special, which allows you to combo back and forth
Yeah.
between Lenore and Raven. Ground.
All right.
Raven's max damage being needed to trigger less damage to trigger, meaning that temper. Raven's magical countermeasures requires less damage to trigger, meaning that instead of 100 damage being needed to trigger Raven's magical countermeasures, it will require a lot less. And of course, this
How much is a lot less?
Because it also depends on, in teams, how much damage your partner
Ooh.
also has as well can influence this. Let's talk about Raven's friendly.
He didn't tell me how much less.
Can influence this. Let's talk about Raven.
Yeah, it seems like this this showcase was a little botched. I still have a lot of questions about how the character works.
Friendly familiar perk. When Raven shoots out,
if she can aim it downward, that's going to be so good. Yeah, we will have to see how that works. There's so many questions still up in the air about the character, but I mean, overall she looks very cool.
Lenore will hover towards Raven and stop just a short distance away from her. But if you have an ally on the field,
she's like a puppet type character with that bird move. It seems like it. I was like, okay, I kind of see where the command grab is on her up special now. But yeah, I was kind of like poking fun because they're like, this is the first companion character that we're adding to the game. And I was like, well, Meeseeks exist. They're kind of companions. And I guess Jerry, kind of. But the bird is definitely gonna be like her move though, for sure.
Attached to your ally, and that's going to be it for the Raven breakdown. I am super excited again.
UNCUT will post the full guide and a showcase when the season releases. By the way, okay. I'll be sure to take a look over that because there's still so much in the air about the character that I really wish I could know. Jazz made a really good point with her command grab. If she can like throw people down like a Black Adam like command grab throwdown into like, you know, floor bounce resets, that could be really, really good.
Break down this character for you. This has been one of my greatest honors. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching. Gonna throw it back to the studio.
That was but a taste of what you will get to see out of what Raven can do. It is hard enough to be able to explain all of the possibilities of what she could pull off, and you saw a little bit of that with Lenore's play and being able to utilize this.
Do you think the bird perk looks good? I feel like the perks that are designed for twos are underwhelming lately. I don't know yet. It really just depends on... Like, I think the bird's going to be important, but I don't know what her... I don't know how good she's going to be at, like, repositioning the bird. If repositioning the bird is easy, then I think that there's not really a good reason to take the perk. Maybe in twos, like you said, it could be good just to have it on your ally, because being able to, like, follow up off of your allies' like attacks with like command grab or you know, the tether that leads into the, you know, explosion for the the kill could be really, really good. But there's just still so much in the air that it's way too early to like say anything for sure. Right now, the most consistent one seems like the one that allows her to go into like her rage mode a little earlier, but at the same time, they also didn't tell us just how much earlier she goes into her rage mode. And it also doesn't really seem like there's like a good visual indicator. Like, I imagine she puts on her hood or something and, you know, she has the red eyes, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Bug Safe is the ultimate companion. True. Watermelon Steven, you guys are cooking.
A teammate with many different tools available to her kid. So she's she's got everything that you could ask for and more, and it's just super exciting thinking about what everybody's gonna pull off. NCUT, you might want to press the button that says "I can speak to everybody." There we go.
Hey, everybody a couple times. Don't matter how long you've been in the business, all right? But one of the coolest things about this character is the fact that this character, in my opinion, has this pretty much you can do it all feel. With the extension of Lenore, She's able to craft combos that are
Hmm.
very unique, not only to just her as a character, but just I want to say within the
You can
genre
do it
in
all
itself. I
character
think that's
makes
the
it
most exciting
sound
part
a
about
little
Raven.
scary.
I mean, when we were
Because the
all
last
joking like
time
late at night with the team and
the
everybody's
you
playing
can do it
Raven,
all
you
character
were
that
just kind of
comes to
you were kind
mind
of
when
just
I
sitting
think of
there
a you can do
just
it all
saying build
character
a combo
is
pretty
like
much.
And
So
many
Joker
a times
and
that's how
Wonder
she is
Woman.
at.
So
She's got
we'll have
so
to
much
see how
potential, and of
she ends
course, a
up
lot of that
being.
came from the one of the great minds
If
behind the
nobody
design
else
team. For the
got me, I
first
know
time,
Bug
getting
Save
to be a
got my
designer in
back.
another
That is so.
character, somebody
Oh
who's
my
come
god,
from
I
this
forgot. I
platform
literally had that
writers.
in a
She's got
video,
that
didn't
name
I?
onto quite a
I
bit.
literally made that
And
joke in a
yeah,
video.
also
yep.
known as Reslift to quite a few. And I
Nice
can't
callback,
stress
Saints.
enough
I
how much
appreciate it.
passion was poured into what he did. And like I said, you got to chat with him quite a bit about what went into the mindset of how she came about.
I don't think you can move the bird when it's already out.
Let's
Okay, yeah,
definitely say
that
about
that would
Raven.
be like the
But
big
what
thing
about
that would really decide it,
I am
right?
Kat, and today I am here with the legendary Devin Gajewski. Did I say it right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna talk about designing Raven.
Devin Gajewski.
All right.
Perfect.
As much as I do enjoy these personally, for time's sake, just because I want to make sure I keep the upload on YouTube relatively short so it doesn't scare away too many viewers, we are going to be skipping the dev interview. I apologize, but I encourage you guys to check it out if you guys are interested, for sure.
And for everything that you did and all the team that worked together to get Raven on board. And of course, everybody already knows Raven we did announce Raven is going to be available to be purchased as well as unlocked in the fighter road on the 15th, which we'll get into the fighter road in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of people bringing up a certain skin that is not necessarily been seen. We already know we couldn't not include it. With the Raven bundle, you also get the iconic White Raven skin that will be coming alongside of that, and the Trigon eyes are in fact purple. So everybody
That's a
who's
day
been
one.
asking about that, you already know that's
That's
the
a
one
day
that I've
one.
been using the most. It's so iconic to the show, you can't not include it.
Of course, of course.
And I mean, Nakat, she has she just has such great collections of skins. We have to go through them all
Yeah,
again.
I
Yeah,
personally still
we're not
really
even done.
dislike the early access buy
We only
thing,
just got
but
started with
you
it.
know, I
I
guess
mean,
I
we
get
already,
it,
we
right?
already
They,
seen
they got to
the
make money
Multiversus
somehow.
skin that she has with the amazing design, but there's also the Mythic Vista skins that will be coming as well, which you've seen
Ooh,
show
yeah,
up
I
in the
did.
trailer. It's
I
not
did
just
see.
Raven, of course. There'll be some more that will be
I
getting
was
that.
about to say,
I did
Raven
see the
looks
Taz
phenomenal,
one. The
but can we
Taz one
talk
looks
about
really
Taz for a minute with
interesting.
the hairdo too? You got the hair
Oh,
slicked back and
wait,
everything.
you want to talk about hair slick back?
Yeah,
So
let's go.
let's take a look at what they look like before they become that. Of
Oh
course, we
my
had.
gosh, man.
So for everybody who's curious, the
I think if she has really bad kill power, I'm fine with her being an everything character. Yeah, we'll really have to see. Ooh, wait a minute. I like these
Mythic
skins.
Vista event is our take, sort of, at let's say magical school anime. We have
Interesting.
two different variations.
I was
Of
wondering
Raven's
what they
rad
meant with that
skins,
theme
and we'll
specifically.
show off a little bit more of that in a minute. You got the Rule Breaker Raven, and you got the Taz skin. I can't remember the exact name for Taz's skin actually. Hold on, I gotta look at it in a second here.
Yeah, I
But
actually
it's
do like this event. This
some of
event
our
looks neat.
favorites by far.
I call him
That
like the school
Troublemaker.
bully Taz.
It's Troublemaker Taz. That's what it is.
Hey,
It's
see,
the
I was
perfect
close
name.
enough. I was close
You were
enough.
close. You were close. Then of course, like we were saying before, the White Raven skin, and you know, having a little bit of conversation with her dad. I believe we got that one in there too. Hold on 1 second, pull it up. This is one of my personal favorites. We couldn't not
Turn up
have
the
a
audio a
little
little bit.
recreation of not everybody's birthdays could be very happy, let's say, but when every time the birthday comes around, her and her dad have a little conversation. So but I can't get over enough how much I'm excited for the Trigon possessed Superman skin as well, which of course you will be able to get access to through bundles. And the Trigon actually, the Trigon on the loose is the Rift. We also have the
Arya
event
for
that will
the
be
anime
coming up,
event. I could
which
see
we'll get
it.
into in a second. But it's such a
I'm pretty
perfect
sure they
skin.
teased
It's got the
Joker
voice
in
it's got the voice
the
changer
splash
into
art
it. They got
for
like in the banners.
I guess the roadmap
There's
for
too
season
much. There's too
4.
much good stuff in the season. We
I
have
want
only
that
started.
banner
That banner is
so
really
bad. I want
cool
that
looking,
banner. Yeah, and like
actually.
all these skins that you just presented, right? As much as I love Raven, I want them all. I need the Taz skin also. Just, like that skin alone makes me want to play Taz much more. I'll tell you that.
Well, we got a lot of those to get into, like we said. Let's talk about, of course, season 4. It's behind me as well. We got the big infographic that went up to everybody to give a little bit of insight to what's coming. We have, of course, not only Raven but Marceline, who will be joining us later on in the season.
Yeah, that
You
Joker
have 2
skin,
new maps, which
so
a little,
cool
a
looking.
little bit of was shown a second ago of Samurai Jack. Of course, we have the Candy Kingdom map, the Candy Tavern. I don't believe that's the only version of it though, which we'll talk about in a little bit. It's a 10-week season.
I'm really
We got the
curious
holiday
to see what the
support, so it's a
Samurai
little
Jack
bit longer. We
maps look
stretch it
like.
out
They
a
look
little bit longer
really
this time round,
good
but we'll also
visually.
have 2 battle passes. We'll be talking about in 1 second the Trigon Possessed event, the Mythic Vista, and then later on the cat. Of course, we got Ugly Sweaters, Polar Vortex, and a few other ones, but those will remain a surprise for later.
So season 4.
The
I know
ugly
we already
sweater
said this
skins are
before,
really
but it's
funny in my
packed with a
opinion.
lot
My
of
favorite
fun,
Batman
a lot
skin
of
is Ugly
variety
Sweater
of
Batman.
content as well. Not only, of course, to reward our players, but to keep you.
I don't
guys
know,
busy
Bruce
during the
Wayne,
holidays
now
with
that he
new
like
games.
throws money at you,
So we said
really
that this
good
was
too.
the most packed into the verse, and we meant that for reasons. So let's just get right.
We're not
into it.
even done.
Yeah, not even
Okay.
close. So first things first, a lot of people have been asking about the Battle Pass. Well, the Battle Pass has now been altered to be 2 different Battle Passes, and it's a little bit shorter. And your
Ugly Sweater
first
Soups was
tier
really,
that you will
really
get will
good.
be of the character that will be released alongside it, as we have moved characters out of the Battle Pass now, and we have now moved it to where you could get unique skin at the very beginning. We wanted to make it a little bit easier for everybody to be able to not only go through the Battle Passes, but be able to get some more unique rewards as we're going
That's
through this
really
right now.
interesting.
There's
I know
45 tiers
characters
into
being
the Unlimited
like stuck
tier
on battle
outdoors.
passes was like
They're
a
1
big
month battle
complaint a lot of
passes,
people had.
and you will also now not have to wait the 2 months in order to be able to unlock a character that was normally inside the battle pass. You'll be able to unlock them via Fighter Road when they become available, or of course through purchase and the Gleamium and your fighter tokens. So one of my favorite taunts finally getting into the game. Joker, we revealed this back in his trailer. People have been asking for this one quite a bit. Well, it is finally here.
Oh yeah, they
am
did show
very,
that
very
off like
excited about this
at
one.
the beginning of the game,
So
huh?
let's just keep it moving along. We got Flyborn Legorn coming alongside with a couple of banners and maybe a little something.
I like that
here
banner a
at
lot. I might
Trigon
honestly
Institute.
use that banner.
Of course, we got the iconic Powerpuff Girls bedtime outfit, which might be keeping an eye on a couple other skins that might be following that theme later on. The coldest shoulder emote, and all right, my personal favorite. I know that we have the moonwalk for Jason.
I'm excited to see what that Jason taunt is, but I did really like being able to get the character and battle pass at the same time, but I get it. Yeah, I think the biggest complaint people had wasn't that you got the character in the battle pass, is that it was that the character was locked behind the battle pass. Like if you didn't buy the battle pass, you had to wait until the season was over in order to get the character. Like for example, last season, if you didn't buy the battle pass, you straight up just couldn't get the Powerpuff Girls. And that was really, really annoying for a lot of people. Thoughts on the update so far? It looks really good. I want to see the combat changes. That's what I'm like really excited to see. Raven looks very, very cool. I think that overall Fighter Road as a concept is really cool. A lot of the skins look really, really good. The Mythic Vistas, I think, is what the skin line was called. All those skins look really, really good. Obviously, the 2 characters that have been announced are both bangers. Like, this is shaping up to be a really, really good season.
But this one's actually my personal favorite.
Oh,
Just look at him.
Dude, he's so crazy.
oh,
Oh, that.
oh, he's so vicious. That's a good one. I still think that the moonwalk is gonna be like the style on them, right? But this is a very cute taunt. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he is crafty still, but damn.
Oh my god, and as we talked about with the Trigon Possess, we also have a couple of skins that will be following along the same shader.
IMO, this is probably going to be the best season since launch. I agree. I agree.
Well, we have a couple to share in a little bit, but one of them you will be able to get is the Valedictorian
Oh
Velma
my god.
as well.
They can't stop
tier
gooning Velma. They
34.
can't.
Excuse me, 35.
He has so many gooner skins.
And this one, This is my actual new favorite banner.
That's a really good banner. That's a really, really good banner.
Our team snapped. I don't really know how else to say it. Like, all professionalism aside, our team went absolutely crazy with everything related to Raven, and it's only going to get better as you see the Alone Time, Please. It's another fantastic one. And as we approach the final tiers, like we said before, the end of the track will be the Troublemaker Taz that you'll be able to get at
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh
Oh my god, he's so dirty! Oh my god, I'm gonna have a Taz skin I really enjoy now. How old this Velma anyway is? Hold on. Hold on. This can't be right. All right. Apparently she's 15.
About the pass to be able to, if you complete the pass.
At least that's what Google said. I imagine she's 18 in certain shows, but you know, 15 is quite young.
So you'll still be able to cycle out battle passes if you play all the way through, or use it towards other stuff that you like.
There's so many incarnations of Velma. She's basically been every age.
Here, which will be rewarding.
Yeah, that's probably true as well.
That you have already been able to do with the current live version.
Overall, sick battle pass though. I think there's a lot of good stuff in that battle pass, and I think that the biggest development is the fact that the characters are no longer tied to the battle pass, so you can like genuinely decide like, is this battle pass worth it? And you know, you don't really feel like inclined to buy the battle pass just so you can play the new characters, right? And I think that's what a lot of people are asking for. And as far as like, is the new battle pass worth it? I think so. I think that there's definitely skins in the new battle pass that are very, very cool. I like the idea of a new elusive skin being like the first tier in the battle pass whenever you get it. Very, very cool. What are your thoughts on the new Halloween Jason skin? Very funny. I like it. Very cute. Very funny. I've been using it. As I still don't know if I would consider it like my main skin. I think if I like wanted to like, you know, be funny and I was fighting like a Finn in bracket or something, I could swap to it and it'd be a funny joke, haha. But it's definitely one of his higher quality skins just because it has a, you know, a unique intro and stuff like that. But Uber Jason is still like probably the best for like quality wise. And then I'm still a big fan of Tuniverse. Tuniverse is still what I use. I just think it looks really, really good visually. What's the stereotype for Finn Jason? I haven't seen enough Finn Jasons, honestly. I think I'm the only Jason I've fought that's using Finn Jason, which is really strange. But yeah, I think that this battle pass it does slap. Honestly, the Taz skin alone, the Taz and the Velma skin alone, I think make it worth it. And I will be getting the battle pass.
We're going to continue that trend with this. So that is now how the battle passes will work. They are going to be two separate battle passes, and we want to make sure.
I've heard it rumored that Jake's face is on Finn Jason's sleeping bag. Is that true? I have not seen that, but I also haven't paid that close attention. I would have to try it out, honestly. Multiversus also has a tendency to add stuff to skins without telling anyone. Like, Tiger Millionaire Steven, did not have a loading intro for the longest time, and they just randomly added it. So, you know, who knows? Maybe the Jake face is on the sleeping bag now, and I just never noticed it. I wanted to get the Finn Jason, but Tom finally got a skin, and I couldn't resist. Finn Jason would have made the final rift so much easier, though. Yeah. I got Finn Jason. It was, you know, of course I had to get Finn Jason, right? Thoughts on Rivals 2? We'll talk about it after the stream. I want to make sure that, you know, we get through this content because I'm probably just going to like straight up upload this entire like section like raw onto YouTube
sure that we can
for content
get
and the
people,
algorithm.
any new character that comes out, a unique skin at the very beginning. That you'll be able
We'll
to
talk
get
about
it,
Rivals too,
as
though.
their
I
new
enjoy
season
it.
patch.
TLDR.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of value to be had with 2 battle passes, and so we hope that you're all very excited. I mean, just seeing the content in there this time around is exceptional, from banners to emotes. That Jason emote is sticking with me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really moved on from that, but from all of these cosmetics,
I think the
that you guys
Jason
just
emote will
saw,
be a very
I'm
cute
really
like
excited, or
game
we're
ender,
really
right?
excited for players to be able to.
But I don't
pretty much
think I'm
obtain
gonna like
anything that they want and then
hit a
some.
cool clip and
Yeah, like we were
then
just talking about with
hit
speaking
him
of,
with
we got the
that
Trigon
emote, you
with
know.
the
I'm gonna hit a
Trigon
cool
release
clip and I'm
as
gonna
well
hit him with
as
the
that
moonwalk
Patreon
every
Sunset
time,
event.
right?
As you can see here, there are 4
But you know, for like a game ender, it's quite nice.
for the Trigon business event. You have Nubia, you have Joker, you have Black Adam, and there's one more still floating around as well. Then of course the king himself up on the seat. Man, it's
Dude, can we talk about how
it's
good this
it's so
actually
good.
just looks? Like, this art is beautiful.
Oh, I have to clarify something as well. The battle pass is not the same price. It is actually 800 Gleamium. Just to clarify that, as I see a couple people bring that up in chat. And also, that was 45 tiers for the first one. It'll be the same.
Yes.
So instead of 70 tiers throughout each total season, it is.
So it's a little cheaper, but not a lot cheaper. And it looked like there was less Gleamium in the battle pass. So it's a little, you know, it's a little bit more of like an actual investment if you want the battle pass, but you know.
Is 90 tiers in total throughout the entire season. So just wanted to provide a little clarity for that. People bringing it up in the chat. But yeah,
OMG, that Jason taunt next to the the coloring Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, that would be really, really cute.
Your very first rift, you'll be making an attempt to take.
Definitely
down
got some good
Trigon
synergy.
Possess Superman, as Trigon has found a new host, and very much so is very happy with the new Kryptonian body that he has obtained and wants to keep that. Raven has to do everything she can to put a stop to that. Now, that is only the first one. The second one, of course, as we just talked about, are the Mythic Vista skins, which
this splash looks so cool.
So damn good. Like we said, this is our take.
Oh, this looks so cool.
Awesome and more for this season. Like, they popped off.
Mm-hmm. This is only part of it. Like we said, it's our take on magical school anime, if you will, of these skins you have.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the other Trigon skins except for the Superman one. The Superman one will look very cool though.
Have Wonder Woman, Taz, Velma, Raven,
I don't think there's an Arya. I'm sorry.
Looking extremely devious up in the background. Some of you have already seen the Joker.
This splash art goes really hard.
That is the opposite of his transformation form.
I do like the idea of the Multiversus shield on Wonder Woman.
We'll let you take a look as they arrive. We're gonna have a couple promotions showing off what these skins look like when they are in their alternate forms. A couple have already been seen.
Oh yeah, they have like alternate form changes, right?
Off the rest. And
interesting. I can't wait to see it.
Start of what we have for cosmetics and events. We're gonna save some more of that, of course, for later on, as we do have 4.5 that'll be
banger series of skins, honestly.
Things. But the cat, that is maybe what 10% of the show.
10%. Okay, chill. It's 50. It's 50.
So, first off, the brand new Fighter Road is something that we have introduced to the game. Everybody has already seen the article that went live recently. It is a new way to be able to unlock characters and also a different route compared to the fighter currency, which I'm going to break down for you right now. So the Fighter Road is a new, unique way to be able to play the game as you go. You earn experience for characters along the Fighter Road that will be set in an order that you can unlock along the way. You are also able to pick different characters amongst different tiers as you play too, so you'll be able to alternate which ones you like. This is meant to help the experience of, especially the first time experience when you're hopping in, is a bit of there's quite a few characters to have to unlock, and fighter currency was easy to obtain for some, but it's a little bit more of a grind for others. So we wanted to simplify that process as much as we can. And everything you do through missions, through events, through battle pass, you'll be able to get fighter road experience, be able to get that through different events. And then whenever you complete the fighter road, you'll also have that same experience converted to your battle pass progression. So you won't be losing out if you already have all the characters unlocked. This fighter road might not affect some of the players who already have everybody. Well, you will be able to still get that same experience towards your battle pass to help speed that process up for you as well. As you can see, the new end of game feature there. And as we mentioned
To
before,
RPS horror, it is slowly revealed that everyone in
see
chat is
Future
still
Tweet,
watching
Bugs Bunny,
the
Wonder
still
Woman,
going
Jake,
live
and
stream.
that
That'd be
trailer, and
crazy.
you can choose
That'd
how
be
you wanna
pretty
play with it.
wild.
But that's not the only thing. Sometimes maybe you just want to get right into it. So a new thing that has been introduced is the Fighter Road Purchase Bundle, which is everybody can either pick individual bundles for individual characters, or you could get everybody outside of Raven who has just joined for a total value, a cost of $49.99, which does reduce with
$49.99 for all the characters in the game. Is that worth it? Kind of. I don't know. The other games that have like a similar, I guess, system have methods where you can pay like $30 to like $60 and get every character that comes out ever, right? This is a little expensive for just the characters we have right now.
Character you have. So if you already have 10 plus characters, you will have discounts. If you have 2 plus characters, you will have discounts. They will continue to drop as you go. So if you want to just get right into it, you want to get everybody, you don't want to take the time to grind out, you can get everybody all at once with one full purchase as you play the game, and you can unlock the entire fighter road, or you could play entirely for free, however.
Wait, what? Hold on. I think I missed something.
All at once with one full purchase as you play the game, and you can unlock the entire fighter road, or you could play entirely for free, however which way you want to go about it. That is your choice.
Yes, I actually love this.
Wait, so hold on. So did he say that you get all the characters like permanently? Hold on.
Plus characters, you will have discounts. If you have 2 plus characters, you will have discounts. They will continue to drop as you go. So if you want to just get right into it, you want to get everybody, you don't want to take the time to grind out, you can get everybody all at once with one full purchase as you play the game, and you can unlock the entire fighter road, or you could play entirely for free, however which way you want to go about it. That is your choice.
Okay.
Yes, I actually love this, and we want players to be able to play their favorite characters as soon as
No. You don't have to unlock characters again. Basically, they're saying that like if you don't have all the characters, or you're missing certain quite a bit of characters, you can buy all the remaining characters that you don't have for like a very substantial discount. But okay, interesting. I wonder I wonder how much the discounts are. How much the discounted characters are. Like, for example, if I bought all the characters now and I didn't have all the characters, it would be like $50, right? Which is, about as much as a little under a game's full release, right? But if I came back to the game a year from now and there was, oh god, they're adding like a character every month. So let's say there was 12 new characters. Would it be something like $20 to get updated? I'm not sure. Like, overall, this is good. This is what people have been asking for a long time, because it was really difficult to unlock all the characters, and there was no option to just buy like a character pack or anything like that. So this is something that people have been asking for a long time. I think that it definitely can be debated if $40 for the roster that we have now is worth it or not. But I'm sure they'll adjust pricing and get feedback and all that stuff going forward. But I think at the current point in time, it is worth it if you really, I mean, obviously, if you really enjoy the game and you want all the characters, right, and you want to support the game, that's probably the most important thing. A lot of people are more so just wanting to support the game. Let's see. I like how they changed his name to Beetlejuice, spelled correctly. Yeah, I like that as well. I still have fighter tickets, so I say this is a good deal. Yeah, you can still use your fighter tickets if you bought like a founders pack a while back ago as well. As a non-beta player, I would have loved this at any point before season 3, but I finally got everyone unlocked. Hey, I understand. I wonder if they just don't give you the newest, but like give them to you after a new character comes out. Yeah, that would be interesting. Like, once, like, obviously Raven might still be exclusive for the first like 3 days, but you might automatically get her after she drops. Bobby Soapwash, can you tell me if this is real or fake? I want to click that, but I also don't want to spoil myself for later in this stream, so I'll click it after this presentation. Still a great change though, and the rewards for people who have them all already is still really nice. Yeah.
By any means necessary, and so having all of these different options now to unlock fighters, I think is going to be a big plus for everyone playing the game. And,
it's porn. Oh God. Well, thanks for the save. Is it really? It's it looks. The link is Nicat, but I'll trust you. You're a trusted member of the stream, so thank you for the heads up.
We put in a lot of effort as a team to make this happen, and so to finally see it here.
Nicat gooning on main, pretty wild.
That's been talked about a bit, and wanting to figure out a nice way to be able to give people options that fit.
Not gonna lie, it looks like it seems like they're trying to resolve all the players' issues with the game, and that's what I like about this company. I think that they do listen, and they are trying to make the game as good as they possibly can.
She will not be available in that bundle, so you can unlock her for free, or you could get her through individual bundles, or you could get everybody as well separately through the Fighter Road and the Fighter Road bundle. So one more time, we're really excited to have that. And speaking of, being able to kind of try out characters, play new characters and all that, let's take a look at the new arena mode. So arena mode will be live for the first
I'm curious about this. I'm very curious about this.
At the very beginning there, you could choose individual fighters. And a couple people asked, what happened if I only have, Shaggy, or if I only have 5 characters? Am I always going to get them? That answer is no, because in arena, you will be able to play anyone in the game. You have to just reroll. So you start off with 10 coins, and you can play anybody at any time throughout.
Wait, I think I missed something. Did they say random characters?
Will be live for the first 3 weeks of the season, and as you can see at the very beginning there, you could choose individual fighters. And a couple people asked, what happened if I only have, Shaggy, or if I only have 5 characters? Am I always going to get them? That answer is no, because in arena, you will be able to play anyone in the game. You have to just re-roll for them. So you start off with 10 coins, and you can play anybody at any time throughout this brand new mode, which allows you to not only get prestige currency for anywhere you place in matchmaking, as long as you play matchmaking and play throughout the whole thing, you will get prestige currency, but you can play any character that you want throughout the entirety of it too.
Okay.
And
that's
another really fun part about all of this too. We've been wanting to find ways to allow players to have brand new ways to, play with their stream, or play a, big Discord group party, whatever.
Yo, we could play this on stream tomorrow? You guys down? You guys down to have like a little arena on stream? Oh, nice. Yeah, we could definitely throw down tomorrow. We'll definitely throw down on it tomorrow. If you get all the characters free forever, step 1, unlock everyone besides 1 character. Step 2, buy the last character through the bundle for a cheap free. Step 3, get every future character for free. All right. I'm glad we'll be down to play arena tomorrow, because that seems super fun.
Ever have you. Well, there is in fact lobbies that you will be able to invite people to. There is also streamer mode where you can be able to block lobby codes, because you do have lobby codes that will be joining the arena, and custom lobbies. So you can be able to invite 8 teams of people, 16 of your friends, all inside of the arena mode. So you can play your own custom version. Of course, in custom lobbies, in our custom arena, you do not get prestige, but you are able to get them.
Unlucky,
you'll be able
but
to have a good time and just
I get
play
it.
along with everybody else. So I hope that everybody has a lot
We'll
of fun with
definitely have
that.
a fun
It is
time trying it out
experimental
tomorrow
mode, which
in
we will
stream.
continue to grow on. So please, in those 3 weeks, let us know what you think. Let us know about the new abilities that you have. Let us know about all the new builds, because as you can see there, you have legendary items such as the battering toss, the homing rockets. There's a lot of other ones to discover as well. No 2 games are the same. Everything is super unique. It's probably the most played that we have been doing over here on the dev side. It's hard to
I
not
was
want to
about to
play
say,
it.
dude. I think one of the most charming things about arena mode was just watching how it brought.
Did you ever get a Discord server? Okay, I was gonna make a post actually after it was made, but it is still in the Discord server is still in progress. I need to get with Jazz and set up some bots. But we will be setting up an RPS Discord server soon, so be on the lookout. I'll mention it on stream whenever it's up. I'll be sure to let you guys know. And I'm sure there'll be like a tweet as well as like a community mention on YouTube as well.
Brought the studio together. It was very, very, very popular and very, very nice to see people playing.
Yeah, I mean it's very easy to you have the first couple of rounds where you're like, damn, I didn't get necessarily the builds that I wanted to play. Well,
Yeah.
you can sell your items along the way. You can change them. There's a lot of different ways to play. You can do offensive, defensive, dodge-based builds, and
Dodge-based
a
builds
couple of
seem
unique
so
power-ups that will
toxic.
completely alter the way that you play. And we're always looking to add new, unique ways to
Oh
do it as well.
god.
So it's super fun. It's easily, again, one of the most spam things that we've been doing. So we're excited to have that finally enter. But now we have gone over Fighter Road, we've gone over the arena, and now time to get into some heavy points of updates as well. The cat, if you will, go ahead and start us off on the brand new gameplay changes coming to Season 4.
We're getting into it now, Sir Egward. Dodge-based Morty is wild, dude. That's gonna be so toxic. It seems like it's gonna be fun though. Alright, let's fun fact, Launch Joker's kit was a dodge-based build as well. Bro, I love chat. Alright,
So first
let's
and
take a
foremost,
look.
we wanted to make the game.
Okay,
more
the game's a
fun,
lot
right?
faster
The
already.
best way to do that is to change many mechanical elements to it to allow players to play in specific ways that they want. And one of
Like
the first
it's
ones
considerably
was improving
faster.
the grounded run speed. There are a lot of characters in the game that have had their grounded run speed increased. So that's just one of the many things that we changed. And I know y'all saw, Ajax and I, we were kind of yapping on a timeline and, doing the most, but we as an entire team felt very passionate about this and bringing this to life in game for you guys. And so now that we're finally here and able to show you, this is really a moment in my opinion. So
Like you said,
what
part
else is
one.
coming?
Part one,
Part one.
some movement speed on the
Okay.
ground for characters overall. As you saw some of it with our last patch, we improved a couple there. We have continued to improve that now. We also improved a very important factor of the game, fast falling. So when you fast fall before, there was it took a little bit longer to get down. Now, if you
Ooh.
press fast fall, especially if you have it set to tap,
Ooh.
you get it pretty instantly. You are now
Dang,
in much more
okay.
control of what you want to choose for your outcome. And
Okay, so it's like not really short hops, but you can fast fall earlier. So that's really interesting. This essentially allows you to basically have as short a hop as you need, right?
how you want to position yourself. You want to fall down. You want to be able to get down.
Yeah,
To
Jason fast falling
position you
does
wanna
look
be able to
quite
line up. If
funny.
you want to bait someone, they're doing something reckless by using movement. We have added more speed to fast falling. We have adjusted the way it works. It will take a little bit of time to get used to, especially off stage. So make sure that you're prepared for where you need to adjust your timings. But this will open up a lot of new combo routes, a lot of new approaches, and a lot of new ways to provide.
This
some unique
honestly makes me
perspective, which I think
this honestly
the
makes it
cat
so
in
I
that
might
clip as
want to
well,
change
we
from
talked about
fast
up
fall
next,
hold to
another
fast fall
change that
tap.
needs to be added to the gameplay.
Did you say something about approaching? Well, let me talk to you guys. So, with the added run speed and the fast fall, everything kind of weaves together, right? It kind of flows and works together.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to jump a little bit shorter. You know what I'm saying? So, with short hops being introduced into the game, it's going to make approaching with aerials not feel as threatening or risky, rather, as the person that is trying to approach. Before,
Okay.
when you were short hopping, you were jumping a little bit too high, making it a lot easier for your opponent to react to your aerial approaches, which in part made you want to play more grounded anyway, because not only was it super rewarding, but it was the safest option. No more.
Mm-hmm.
Now you will actually be able to jump at your opponent, and it doesn't have to always be with an attack. You can opt to just do nothing at times or land with a universal shield breaker as well if your opponent decides to try to shield your
Oh,
aerial approach.
they didn't even mention
But
shields
we're not
yet.
even getting to shields yet.
Yeah.
We're not done.
Yeah, that's a checklist we still have to get
Uh,
to down this list. Alongside short hopping too, it does allow more unique and easier access to platforms, which is something we've been trying to improve on and hearing plenty of feedback on. So platforms, not only have we made it easier to be able to access them with short hops, but also the way that the wave
Imagine with
dashing was
shields,
working
you do
before, it took
tomahawk
full bars
sleeping
of
bag.
meter
Yeah,
and you
that could
had
be
to
really good
roll over it
actually.
and
It's
you were likely to
like
get punished. So we
especially
have
with
now
shields.
altered every wave dash to return dodge meter based on how many invul frames you had left remaining from that dodge. So now we have made it so
Oh my god. This is kind of like my birthday, bro. Christmas came early. This was one of my favorite movement mechanics to do, the slide off. Because it was just like you got so much movement speed just from doing a slide off. So now
and you
you now you can get the slide off for less dodge meter. That's
use
really
your
good.
movement a little bit easier. You won't be burning your meter for it, and you'll be able to kind of do it at will. So
Like this was already something that you could do for very, very little meter, but now you can do it for even less meter. So, if you guys weren't doing platform slide off like for movement and stuff before, you guys need to be doing it now because it's basically free.
it's going to take a little time to get used to at first, but we are continuing to improve on that, not only off of platforms, but on
Imagine if they put a move set from Punch Time Explosion in this game, bro. Me and Jazz played that and tested it. That game was really fun. It was not good, but it was really fun.
on the ground as well, because we want to make it so you could have a little bit more access to different ways to be able to get in, but also not make it completely necessary to have to use this to get in as well. It's a little bit of extra to be able to add some more.
Seems like
aggression,
Player First Game knew that
strategy,
Season
and
4 was going to decide the fate of the game. Yeah, it's do or die time,
And
honestly.
so, lastly, we want to say thank you to everybody that participated in the testing grounds. We really appreciate all of your feedback, and we were able to actually get a lot of that feedback in to help make blocking feel a lot better in Multiverses. As you know, blocking adds an added layer of depth to combat, and so we want Multiverses to not only feel like this rewarding experience when it comes to hitting your opponent, but also allowing players to show skill through being able to defend themselves. So, things that have actually been added to the shield mechanic this time around, shield damage and hit pause have been tuned. We also have changed the way light and medium projectiles interact with shield, doing reduced damage. We standardized the shield break attacks to have more consistent frame data and sizes. Shield breaks from shield break attacks and stamina drain both pop up opponents for a consistent punish window. And in terms of visual effect work, we've actually removed the shield icon from the middle of the shield, and we've also added feedback with flashing to show when a shield is being hit.
Mm.
Steven in particular, because he was one of the first characters or the only character to really have a shield, he can air shield. And if you hit his shield in the air, it kind of bounces. It has like on hit bounce. And when he's
Huh.
on the ground, he now has a standard shield like the rest of the cast. And hitting
Interesting.
someone's shield actually gives you whiff branch timing. So it's as almost as if the opponent whiffed the move. Therefore, you will have a lot more time to actually hit opponents for hitting your shield.
Okay, this is good because whenever I went to the testing grounds, that was one of my big complaints. Because whenever people hit your shield, you couldn't really like do an out of shield option very consistently. Like Jason, I would say, had good out of shield options, but I found myself only really being able to punish people out of shield with the shield break attack, right? So, yeah. Sorry, there's a very loud car driving by. I'm trying to wait till it goes away to finish my thought. Okay. But yeah, I remember testing it and I was like, at first I was like, dude, Jason has really good out of shield options because he's got bed, he's got his grounded up special, obviously shield break attack, jab out of shield's really, really good. Jason is very, very strong with shields, in general. But I still found myself getting like hit whenever I tried to do something out of shield very often, you know. So yeah. How do you feel about shields in the game? Okay. I know it's, you know, there's quite a controversy about adding shields. There's a lot of people who are like, no, we don't need shields in Multiversus because it makes it too much like Smash. And a lot of people are under the belief that a lot of the personality that comes from Multiversus is having to rely on your movement rather than like defensive options like shields, right? However, while I do think that the lack of shields did give Multiversus some personality over some games like Smash, I think for the overall health of the game, shields are a necessity. I think there's a lot of moves that are designed to be, you know, very reactable, and, you know, something that you should be, in theory, be able to whiff punish. But because you have to be so far away from your opponent in order to, like, guarantee that it'll miss, it was very difficult to whiff punish something. So a lot of times, you would run into situations like Wonder Woman Nair, or Shaggy Side Special, or, like, so many characters had options that, like, you would know that it's coming, but what are you gonna do about it to punish it? Like, unless you were, like, really, really on top of just barely being out of range of these attacks and then whiff punishing, it was so difficult to actually whiff punish characters. It was insane. Like, Wonder Woman Nair was like, oh my god. Like, as Jason, that's a nightmare, dude. Like, there was literally just no punishing it, and it started combos. It was disjointed. It was just, there were so many moves like that caused so many issues with the game's design inherently that it was really frustrating for a lot of people to play because they would keep running into the situation of, well, I know this move's coming, but, you know, I can't really, like, answer it directly because you have to be, like, really on top of your timing or your parries or whatever. It created a frustrating environment, and I do think shields helped. I think that in the Multiversus beta, there was an argument for shields not being that important because movement in general was so fast, right? So there was an argument to be made that instead of using shields, you should be using your movement to answer situations, right? But whenever they slowed the game down, it really hurt a lot of the core systems of the game, and things that you were able to punish and, like, deal with good movement, you just weren't able to deal with anymore, you know? I think that Multiverse is in a state where it's like Brawlhalla, where it's too different to be Smash. Yeah, I agree. I think that Multiverse has enough unique stuff inherently in its kit. I mean, I think that personally, the fact that the game is already so twos focused is a big differentiator from Smash, honestly. The cooldown system, a lot of the character designs, hell, even the way that they're handling shields and the shield breaker option is very unique. The entire, like, idea of the dodge resource meter is really, really unique. Movement is quite different. Ledge play is quite different. Like, there's a lot of differences in the game. So I know there's a lot of people who are freaking out about, oh my god, adding shields is going to ruin multiverses. It's just going to play like Smash now, because a lot of people were worried about that with Rivals 2, right? And I've still heard that there's like a non-small portion of Rivals 1 players that really dislike Rivals 2 because of shields, right? And, you know, to an extent, I can see why people are scared that the same would happen with multiverses. But I genuinely do think that there's enough of a gameplay differential, and the values of multiverses are different enough to make it so that I'm not too worried about it feeling too much like Smash, you know? So, you know, I think that there's a lot to love about shields, and I think shields like help multiverses patch up a lot of the more grotesque parts of the game, a lot of the more annoying parts of the game. So I think that adding shields was indeed the right play. I agree, Bar Punch. You put it very, very well. Regular fighting games all look similar on the surface, but all have enough subtle, intricate differences between a lot of them to have their own identities. Like, no one calls King of Fighters a Street Fighter clone. This is true. This is true. I think you put it very, very well. All right. But now that we've talked a little bit about my opinions on Shield, let's continue.
And lastly, we improved the feel for shielding from a run. Before, when you guys were trying to like run and shield, you would be met with a dodge. Now you'll be able to actually stop in place if you decide to press the shield button. And so these are some of many ways that we have improved shield, and we hope that you all continue to enjoy this mechanic in the game. And again,
Steven is so cooked from this. He's a little cooked. He's a little
take
cooked.
that feedback and apply it.
But hold on. Let me check something.
And so these are some of many ways that we have improved shield.
Hold on. Steven might be negative cooked.
You would be met with a dodge. Or when you guys were trying to...
Okay, look. Steven might be actually so back with this. Because beforehand, if you guys didn't know, Steven's shield functioned like it had like 3 hits on it. Like it could take 3 hits and then it would break completely. But now it's tied to his dodge meter instead. So he can take quite a bit more. And I don't know if shield breaking or, you know, the armor breaking stuff will still do it. But so I think that what this means is that Steven can like shield his allies, and even if they like do armor breaking stuff, it literally just won't matter. They have to do like shield breaking stuff. So I think Steven might actually be so broken with this change. No more fastball recovery. Yeah. Now that they can like hit him up, he's not going to be able to land nearly as free anymore. But I think that this change overall is going to be really, really good for Steven. Especially if he's still able to like block for his ally. And I don't know, they didn't like explicitly state how his ally block is going to work with this now. But if it's like how shields work before and armor breaking moves don't break shield, only like shield breaker moves break shield, then Steven's shield's going to go crazy. And he's going to be able to shield his ally for a lot. So Steven's going to like, he's going to get a lot of his enabler stuff back, in my opinion.
Improved the feel.
It also looks like his shield comes out immediately now. Like, a big complaint I had about Steven before was that after the parry changes, it would take a long time in order for Steven's shield to actually like come out, right? So like it was really hard for Steven to react to his teammate getting hit and then be like, "Oh, don't worry, I got you." Like in like really clutch situations, his teammate would be having to get like extended juggled or juggled for an extended period of time, and then he'd be able to like shield him and hopefully they'd be able to get out. But even then, it wasn't really guaranteed if they were fighting like a Black Adam or something, right? But if teammates also bounce, that'll be a troll move. Yeah, that's true. It could be a troll move. But yeah, I think that Steven is going to be really, really interesting after this. I think that I mean, I want to see the patch notes to see what they did with Steven, but I feel like this is addressing a big complaint that I had in the fact that Steven wasn't nearly as supportive of a character as he should be. So what I would like to see in tomorrow's patch notes is Steven's like, you know, combo game getting nerfed, right? But his you know, ally saving ability and team play being buffed like pretty substantially. And as we've seen with Shield so far, it looks like that team play did indeed get buffed quite considerably.
And lastly, we improved the feel for shielding from a run. Before, when you guys were trying to like run and shield, you would be met with a dodge. Now you'll be able to actually stop in place if you decide to press the shield button.
You may be able to snatch it with Jason Uppy though. Yes, Jason will definitely be able to do that. Regardless, right? So Jason's still going to be strong against Steven. I mean, I always thought Jason was a strong matchup into Steven, honestly.
So these are some of many ways that we have improved Shield, and we hope that you all continue to enjoy this.
God, man, AJ,
and again,
Ajax, he's got that stanky face on him right now.
And so these are some of many
what did he
ways
just get
that we have
typed?
improved Shield, and we hope that you all continue
Look
to
at
enjoy
him.
this.
What is he
mechanic.
thinking?
And again,
What is he
we
cooking?
were really, really excited from being able to take that feedback and apply it to the mechanic to make it even
Will it be
better.
good for Jack
Just to
grab?
clarify as well, we're still in the experimental.
Jack will definitely have Tomahawk command grab now, and I do think that like shielding on platforms is gonna be really, really good because, you know, the only way you can really answer shields now is through the shield breaker attack, right? And in order to do that, you need to kind of be like on the same platform as them. So I think characters that have command grabs that, you know, will hit above them or that they can do in the air are going to be buffed from this. So we're probably going to see a lot of characters start doing like shielding on platforms a lot more often. So Jack command grab is going to be buffed, you know, kind of by proxy, just because he's going to have more use cases for it.
Phase of shields too, so that also it is still in the testing grounds queue. But we did get a lot of questions.
Wait, what did you say?
Also, just to clarify as well, we are still in the experimental phase of shields too, so so it is still in the testing grounds queue.
So it's not added
but
yet.
We did get a lot of questions related to wanting to try it out more, so it is not currently in the main queue. However, it is now available to be used in custom games, in the lab, and in local mode. So you can.
Okay, that's good because I really wanted to lab stuff out with the shields, but I genuinely couldn't because, you know, they had it up for like a day and then they took it down. And then they randomly brought it back another day and then they took it down again. So testing out shields was very difficult, even for me.
Not only still provide us feedback from being able to play it at any given point in time that you would like to try and express it out, but you could also head to our brand new survey, which you'll be seeing on the carousel within the main menu, and we'll be posting throughout every testing ground post as well.
I like that. I like that.
Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you think that's been coming alongside Shields, and we're continuing to make sure, as the cat just expressed, as much improvements as possible. So if Shields get fully implemented, they are as clean and ready to go as we can based on your.
Not confirmed, but it seems testing grounds happen every Thursday. Okay. That does also seem like what I noticed as well, because I know they want wacky weekends to be like the queue mode then, and then they have like some other like free for all or AI queue or something like that on other days, and then randomly like one day of the week they'll have testing grounds. I also thought that this was gonna be, you know, something they just dropped, but it is what it is. I'm excited for Shields to be in the game officially, though.
Your feedback and what you have seen. So go into custom games, go into the lab.
the way shields look as they break looks bad. Hopefully they'll add a cracking effect like Rivals of Aether 2. Yeah, I do hope there's like a more more a better visual indicator um of when someone's like about to get shield broken, right? Because right now the only way you can kind of like tell if someone's about to get shield broken is by looking at their dodge meter, and their shield in general will get like more and more opaque. But I still think that it could use a little bit more visual clarity, like like you said, the cracking and
Do
Rivals of
everything
Aether
you
2.
can with them. Find unique stuff. Find ways to break it. Let us know. We're always looking for brand new feedback on that. And
I think the MVS channel just uploaded a full Raven guide. Okay, I'll be sure to check it out after this video.
we're really excited to hear what you have to say with version 2 of what coming up with shields. And
one
also,
last thing. Oh no, you
yes.
can actually go. That's fine. No, you got it.
No. The week we'll talk about this one quite a bit. It's actually 2
Oh,
points I
all
forgot to
right.
note there as well. So, one of the biggest talking points that we have been working towards, and we have finally gotten a full overhaul on, is we have been able to go in. There's no footage for this one, just to be clear. We have gone in and we've done a hitbox overhaul for all of our characters. So shout outs to the gameplay development team
For
who went
all
in
of the
and,
characters,
looked through
huh?
every single move that we could finally go through and check every single point where we see if maybe something was hitting behind, maybe something
A
was
lot
hitting
of
in a
hard
position
work.
that felt a spot. It was a lot of time and effort that
Yes.
went into this one, but it is something that was very much so high on our points of wanting to get addressed. And now there's a full combat hitbox overhaul, and of course, still keep an eye on anything
Dang,
that
okay.
you see that you may may look a little bit off. Please let us know. We're always constantly looking to update that, but this is going to feel very different.
Am I still gonna get hit by bugs up air
We've been testing it
at his
thoroughly,
feet?
and we're very excited what's coming out with it. Nikat, I mean, this is what we've been talking about for quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm very
Yo,
curious to see the Jason
The
hitboxes,
team
honestly.
really wanted to make it. We wanted to make a point.
Oh, this means that Jason, like, neutral attack probably isn't gonna, like, hit inside him anymore. It's probably still gonna be good, but because it's, like, just a big swing hitbox. But I've killed so many people just by, like, hitting people with Jason's, like, axe swing while they're inside inside his model. It's so strong. It's so good.
Where the players know that we have been listening for such a long time, and we wanted to reward the players for their time and dedication to Multiversus with a game that they truly want to play, and also, of course, be expressive with how they play it. And so we already know that players love the game and they want to play it naturally, but how can we continue to improve the experience, not only just from a cosmetic standpoint, because those cosmetics are beautiful, I'm not gonna lie, but from an entire gameplay perspective. And so we hope with these changes, you are all not only extremely excited, but of course, we cannot wait to see you play what feels like an entirely new version of Multiverses, because there's a reason why Ajax and I were like tweeting as much as we were, and then the team is staying up late after hours to continue to play the game, because it just feels phenomenal to actually sit and play. And so I want to give a special shout out to every single member of the team and all of the work they did to make these changes and make them come to fruition.
Hey,
Yeah, but wait, there's
applause
more.
to them.
Actually, there was one more as well that was brought up by quite a few people, and something we mentioned that we were working towards, and we have worked towards removing Weekend from the game. Weekend is being altered out to a
Really?
different form of a buff. For a couple people who might need it, there are a couple characters that were based around that kit. That in their kit. Well, we have removed it from every kit, and we're working towards a couple ways to have the perks that were utilizing it, or any character that was heavily utilizing
Interesting.
it around quite a bit. But the weekend was causing much earlier KOs than we were looking for, as well as leading to positions where basically, if you were behind, you were almost being rewarded for it a little bit too heavily, and we want to make sure that we're even the playing field on that. So Weekend has not only been removed, but we will be continuing to work towards ways to replace any of them that were dedicated.
I want to see more unique perks. I want more perks. There's so much potential with the perk system. That's really all I have to say. Like, Weekend being removed is a big change, and I'm really curious to know how a lot of characters are gonna like be compensated for that. But you know, I think most people would agree that Weekend being removed is a good thing because it allowed for some like pretty crazy situations, like especially back when the max weekend stacks was 5 and there was characters who would just put max weekend stacks on you. You'd start dying at like 30. It got ridiculous, right? Um but I am curious to know what they're going to, you know, put in the place of weekend, right?
To that, and with brand new buffs or brand new unique ways to play.
That was actually a very good catch, by the way. Very good catch.
That was the
I see
one I
chat.
forgot to write down. It's like,
We
oh,
need
wait,
to
can't
bring
forget
back
this
the
one.
Taz Tornado
Yeah,
reflecting
like,
perk from
yes.
Alpha. Bro, I didn't even
Everybody
play in
was
the
excited
Alpha. I
for
played
that
in
as
the
well,
beta, but that sounds disgusting.
We're not.
Yeah,
We still got more to go. And of course, get ready to read those patch notes. Not only will there be a lot of combat-based changes, but there's a lot of different changes that have come to many characters who we'll say, finding KO is a lot faster than others, and we want to make sure that we found.
Yeah, Shadowbug. There's a lot of like really annoying parts about Weekend. I don't know if I would have went as far as to say as the whole mechanic is like broken and needs to be removed, but you know, it was interesting to see. I do think that, you know, Jazz does have a point. It was kind of unnecessary in the first place. But it's interesting to see that it's like getting completely removed. Yeah, this does take out Last Stand, but I wonder if we're going to see more people experiment with other perks because of this. I want to say that right now Weekend was just so strong that we did not actually get to see that many like characters use perks aside from the Weekend one, right? So I want to say this opens like the doors for more people to be more expressive with perks, but we'll see. CoffeeZilla returning would be so cool. Yeah, CoffeeZilla could be cool. I feel like if they brought CoffeeZilla back, they'd want it to be a little bit more interactive, because it just being like a flat cooldown reduction was, you know, boring to some people. And I think that's probably why it got removed. I'm sure they could introduce some perk that was like, when you hit someone with a projectile, it puts a mark on them, and when you hit them with a melee attack afterwards, it consumes the mark and reduces your cooldowns by 1 second or something like that, right? I'm sure they could do something like that to bring some of the cooldown reduction perks back into the game, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I'm not sure how Batman's signature perk will work now. We'll have to see. Yeah, press the advantage is gone as well. Snowball all day. Yeah, Snowball and Pugilist are still going to be like the top dog perks, right? But we're probably going to see more people take Airwalker. We're probably going to see more people take... I'm pretty sure there are quite a bit of like unique perks in that. Like there's like the one that refreshes your air specials on Ring Out. I wonder if they're going to bring That's All Folks back, where I don't know who all played the beta whenever it was out, but basically there was a perk that if you like killed someone while you were close to the blast zone, after you killed them, it would actually pull you back to center stage. Wait, so they completely removed the weekend buff? That's what they said. They said it's completely gone now.
Ways around that and change that around. We've been paying close attention to not only the ladder, but also the events that have been going on as well. We want to make sure that we got that addressed. So we will be
Airwalker, Broken Wings, and Speed Force. I don't expect to see any of the other middle perks without perk rebalances. Yeah, I agree.
That will be getting some new changes as well as a couple of unique changes.
I wonder if that means Jack won't have his 2v2 passive anymore. That is a big question to ask. I do hope Jack gets compensated, because that was like kind of his 2v2 thing, right? Like he didn't really have a lot of things that would inherently make him good in 2v2s aside from that little synergy, right? He has the projectile wall though, which I think is really really nice. But that's about it. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of perks and there's gonna be a lot of signature perks and character mechanics that will probably have to get changed. And characters here and there might need rebalancing as well.
Their movesets actually overall. I'll leave that for a surprise though. Looking at Finn, so.
Oh wait,
next,
hold on.
I'll
What do
leave
you
that for a
say?
Some new changes as well as a couple of unique
Mm.
changes to their movesets actually overall. I'll leave that for a surprise though. Looking at Finn. So
Fin
up
rework.
next,
Interesting.
we not only have talked about all of the combat changes, but of course we got a couple maps and a couple other things to talk about. McCat, we're not done.
Yeah, we are not done. Actually, let me lean up and lock.
Oh, the new Jack.
So the Back to the Past
the new
stage
Jack
that some of you have
skin.
seen. Back to the Past.
What do you
now
think,
joining
Jazz?
In
What do you think of the new Jack skin?
to Multiversus, and this is a stage for one. Shout out to the maps team. This is such
Is this just another FD?
a beautiful stage. And as you can see, it's this is the past version of the stage and a brand new skin for Samurai Jack, which we'll talk about.
Is it just a small
in a second,
FD?
but it does change throughout
Oh,
the gameplay.
transitions.
It switches to the
I
future, so
see.
it'll be alternating between both the past and the future with unique, different layout. We'll tree off to the side there.
Yeah, I remember this. Outfit from the dog war thing.
I'm.
The war on the robot beetles with the dogs.
This is another one of my personal favorites, not only for the stage but the music. It's such a beautiful stage.
I think it's my favorite music in the game so far.
And
My favorite.
The dubstep remix Samurai Jack song.
when you have the hazards off, it will remain as the default version where it had the bridge covered. But if you want to play on this version just by itself, you will have that as well. So that'll be Back to the Past 2. This is that is the future version where you'll be able to play with the open stage and be able to utilize the transformations here. Utilize the stage without the transformations. And well, all right, we get to build up. We get right into it. So we've been talking.
I was gonna say, I don't know how I feel about the stage. I kind of wish there was more unique platform layouts there. The gap in the middle, unfortunately, does not usually make for good tournament viable stages. I mean, we have a Trophy's Edge map that has a gap in the middle, but you probably wouldn't know because it's like so unviable and camp heavy that like people just genuinely do not like playing on that stage. And it's always banned in tournaments as well. And then the other stage, unfortunately, just seems like kind of a smaller FD, so it's kind of looks like it just functions like Townsville at night. I kind of wish that there was like some unique platform layout there, honestly. Yeah, I also wish the stage transition looked a bit better. I think it's too slow. I hope they handle the bridge disappearing correctly. Imagine Jason's sleeping bag when the bridge disappears. That will be interesting.
Quite a bit about some, building a band up.
The band is getting together?
Well, what if we decided to give
Oh,
everybody
Steven!
access to just the giant keyboard? Because why not? So welcome to Space Jam, as it is called, the space stage. You can change the tones the way the music works. You can run across.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun
alternate it
stage.
between 3 different versions. And if you have the hazards on, you also get buffs throughout it. So the entire
You
stage.
get buffs.
is
Oh, this is gonna be a
entirely
fun
how you play
stage.
the
I'm gonna
music.
like this
I
stage.
can't wait.
Obviously, it's not gonna be a ranked
together.
stage or anything.
Download the keyboard and play music here, but we already
But it'll be
got,
fun.
the flugelhorn from Marvin. Got Gizmo with the keyboard.
Oh, she's definitely gonna have a guitar playing or a bass playing taunt, right?
Just vibe a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Just vibing. I don't know why. What's Steve? Why Steve in there?
Why do you?
No clue. Then there is, of course,
The Steven ukulele taunt's gonna go crazy.
To the beach map, there's another variation to the space map. But in 4.5, we always talk about what's coming up next in the future too. You got Candy Kingdom 1 and 2, which is the Candy Tavern. This is one of
This
the most
stage
beautiful
is
stages
massive.
by
Those
far.
will be
Like,
those Sir
the
Edward. Those would be
Land
really
is
good taunts to add
gorgeous.
as well.
Like, I can't tell you enough. We got a lot of Adventure Time fans who have to nail the way these things look, and the it's hard to express all of the fine small details that you can see. Some of the citizens of who are in the stage. You got the marshmallow kids hanging out on the platforms. We'll go into a much deeper dive on that one when we get to 4.5. But there is also another version. We also, this being one of our biggest stages that we have, we also, of course, like to introduce some competitive variants as well, which is Candy Kingdom #2, and that might have a few
Is this
variations to
another
it as
just
well. Like, you see
FD,
Peppermint Butler
or are those
taking
like
over the main podium, has brought the
platforms?
crowd out for a good show, and we're at nighttime here. This is my personal favorite stage, not just for the way this looks, but the other variation to it too.
I can't
which
tell
we
if the
will show
Marshmallow
off
Kids are
with
supposed to be like
4.5 later on.
platforms or not. If so, that's kind of
We're
interesting.
extremely spoiled by these new maps. And there's still more, of course.
Steven
those
finally
will
gets a
happen
good
later on,
taunt, bro.
that we will not be sharing
Steven
just
has
yet.
one good
But
taunt
it's hard
right
to
now.
express
I
how
love
much
it. It's
fun,
one of my favorite taunts in
it
the
is
game,
to,
honestly.
Yeah, we've been holding that one back for a long
I
time.
think it's
so to
just
finally
so
see it
dirty,
here,
so filthy.
super exciting. I can't wait to see all of the chaos that happens on that stage. Because again, not only is it beautiful, it's massive.
Yes, and I see a lot. I've been seeing people talk about it in chat for a bit, kind of purposely pushing it along.
Those stages look
longer than
look
it
very
has, but we'll
visually
finally
cool
talk
though.
about it
I'll
next.
give it up.
With Arena, of course, you get to earn some prestige. Well, when you get to spend it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do a demonstration just to showcase what the Steven taunt is. Basically, he has like, on the surface it doesn't seem like all that, but no, I'm not gonna do a demonstration. Fuck that. But basically, on the surface it doesn't seem like it's all that. It's like he like rubs his gym, and then like he does a little pose afterwards. But like the way he's like licking, like he's got the tongue on his teeth. He's just rubbing that tummy all sensually. Oh my god, he just looks so dirty when he does it. If you like, it's so crazy. If you guys haven't seen my combo video, Team Mama Trauma, I literally make an edit of it. I think it looks so it's so disrespectful. Yeah, the Pog one is also quite good. Matt doesn't subscribe, but he doesn't do the demonstration. You know what? Maybe another time. Maybe another time I'll do the demonstration. Tell you what, next Friday the 13th, I'll do the demonstration. It'll be my unlucky day. Hold on. When is that anyways? Oh, that's December, guys. That's next month. If you guys remember, I'll do the demonstration on stream. I'll even paint a little, or I'll get like I don't know, some body paint or something and paint a little pink gem on my belly button.
Season we add new stuff, but we've already shown a couple of them off. You got the brand new prestige items that will be entering, which is
they're prestige.
Showed a little while ago in the Back to the Past stage. And not only that, but,
interesting.
We teased a certain Iron Giant skin that will finally be
joining. I like this one. I'll definitely be grabbing this with my prestige. I got a lot of prestige points though.
This time around, so make sure that you.
Very cool. I wonder if when the other battle pass comes out, we're gonna get even more.
Get the brand new Zinthos
even more like prestige skins.
A certain somebody in this call is only going to use. And
hey, why you gotta call me out, yo? Like, I was just vibing out.
Okay, but am I wrong though?
No, you're not.
So these are the brand new prestige skin items that you'll be able to get throughout this season, and we're very excited.
I'm 100% getting the Smith emote as a Smith main. I wonder if it's gonna be like a Samurai Jack thing, where he can like crush his glasses and then he can like run around with his glasses off. It looks like in that taunt he puts his glasses back on, but I wonder if it can be like interrupted or something. Oh, it's not. Dang.
And like we said before, there is the Mythic Vista skins that you'll be seeing later on in the event. We'll be getting into that more as the event gets closer, so we'll reveal those throughout our various socials to let everybody know how that's going. So that's it for all of our normal base content. We've talked about a lot of these things.
We do
And
have
we've
quite a
reached the end
bit
of the show.
more
We like
to
give
go
a
through, huh?
bit of care to our community and talk to everybody. So, Nakat, if you will, if you'd like to go ahead and start us off with what we got coming up for some upcoming events.
Okay, I'd like to hear some events.
The community tournament events. So, there we go. There it is. There it is. Oh, the cat needed a little breather. So we got the Frosted weeklies that happen every single Thursday. Shout outs to the Frosted team who always puts these on. We wanted to
Dang,
give
the
some
cat
praise,
is
of course, to Frost Esports.
focused
who
on other
always
things
put on
right now.
tournaments every single week. So you got 1v1s on Thursdays. You got the duos that happen on Saturdays. Make sure you sign up for those every single week. But they also work together. They also like to work together with other teams as well every once in a while. And Frost Esports will be teaming up with Trolley to bring to you a $7,500 prize pool. That for I believe this is a qualifier-based event. So make sure you check this out. This is something they've been putting on for quite a
Jazz,
bit.
we should get on that, by the way.
A lot of their time and effort to build up the scene for Frost Esports, and they're now going to be bringing you a circuit.
I think me and Jazz might want to enter this one.
It is a $7,500 prize pool, and make sure you check that out early so you don't miss it. We're really excited and happy to be able to help.
$7,500.
And we're very excited that they are putting that together.
Apologies, Ajax, by the way.
It's all good. I was looking away from the screen for a second. It didn't.
How do you get the Frosty Iron Giant skin? I am pretty sure on the banner it was teased to be like one of the events,
Realize
like how we had Cinco, the Day of the Dead skin line, as well as the Beetlejuice skin line, the Circuit Run skin line, all that stuff.
To get some air again. Praise the
I imagine it'll probably be like that.
And still getting on the show to put in all his passion towards Raven.
Something I would like to also add, by the way, is that the team secretly we'd be watching these tournaments. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like sometimes you'll see us even pop in. Sometimes we'll pop in and talk to chat, but other members are a lot more low key with it, right? And so I just want to thank all of the players for running these events and actually putting on these events for the community. And I also want to thank the TOs that step in and actually, help run these events as well. They're very entertaining to watch, and I'm just really excited to be able to.
Sometimes I wonder if any of the Multiversus gang ever tunes into any of my streams. I'd like it. I right now I feel like Multiversus doesn't know I exist yet. But one day we'll get that Multiversus recognition, guys. I believe it.
Watch everybody play, whether it be at a casual level or a competitive level. You all matter. Thank you so much. I genuinely mean that, and I'm sure that the team also echoes those sentiments as well, because we love when people play Multiversus, and we love to watch people play Multiversus.
I do love me some Multiversus.
All of you from the entire team.
Support your locals. It's where we came from. It's where we want to see. We want to see that support. Shout outs to.
I had to shut down my local, unfortunately. Well, not my local itself, but the Multiversus part of the event. They just wanted to end up running other side events because we just couldn't get anyone to pull up to the local. It's really difficult to run locals for Multiversus, right? Because one, the local play, I'm not even gonna lie to you, is very flawed. There's a lot of bugs in local play, a lot of controller issues, and it's still not the greatest, right? I think they need to take a lot of notes from Rivals 2 and how they handle their local play. Honestly, how they handle their character select screens, how they handle a lot of stuff, honestly. But the biggest thing whenever it comes to local play and tournaments, in my opinion, for Multiversus at least, is that there's not really a reason for people to want to pull up to a local, right? Whenever the online is just so good that it's way easier to just like enter an online bracket, right? Especially since it's not only that it's easier to enter online brackets, there's online brackets that are free to enter that have prize pools, which is something that locals can't really compete with, right? We can't just be hosting like stuff at venues for free and also be giving out like prize pools. It's just it's not really viable at that point for a lot of people to host stuff like that. So it's just hard to get people out and about. I wish and I really hope that Multiversus sees what Rivals 2 is doing, because Rivals 2 is also another tournament that, you know, will have a lot of brackets online, and it also has really, really good online. But what Rivals 2's been doing is they've been giving out like skins to local events to reward players for going out to these local events. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a basketball skin for the character Reno that you actually get for going out to your locals and participating in them. Like, I believe that you can get it just for straight up entering a local near you. Or at least that's the goal that they have with the skin line. You can get pallets from watching big tournaments from for the skin, but you know, it is a reward that entices people to, you know, host locals and go out to locals that I would really like to see Multiversus do. I had not thought about that, and then when Rivals 2 did it, it just, you know, it just made so much sense. Yeah, Multiversus needs to do drops. They do drops, just not arguably in situations where I don't think it matters as much. Yeah. The Slam Dunk Rhino skins are like a really, really good idea for getting people out to locals. Did I see the IGN article about Multiversus? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after this. I got one through Twitch. Yeah. I also got a Slam Dunk Rhino skin for watching Heatwave. Very good.
TOs out
Very
there.
good skin.
Tengoku. I'm gonna say it by name. One of the main TOs has been putting a lot of effort. Shout out to Chubbs and all the group who have been doing everything with TVO. You know, this is you know, these things aren't built without the efforts of those who put in that effort behind the scenes. So big praise to Tengoku and Uncle Chubbs and a couple other people who've been putting on that. If I missed your name, you already know. Make sure you reach out to us so we can help you get these promotions out, which you got esports at WBD.com. If you like to have your tournaments promoted on stream, if you like to have them reach out at esports.wbd.com. And there is one more big event, of course, coming up around the corner. You got Plat Fight Gaming Championship.
Yes, I was curious about this.
On their socials and maybe Frost Esports socials as well, as that will be coming up in December. If you're a Multiversus
is there going to be a Frost local?
Plat Fighter Gaming.
You're good. No worries.
And we're still going. We keep it together. You're gonna want to go to that event. As you will be very excited to see what we have in store.
I really do want to go out to a Multiversus major, right? Jazz, we should go out to whatever this is. Now that I'm back at my hotel job, I get a substantial discount on hotel rooms. I'm pretty sure I get like $45 a night. So if this is like within the realm of possibility and it's not literally like happening in a month, right? We should do this. We should actually do this.
To be able to
I knew Genesis cracked with his T-pose taunt back. Dude, that was so good.
Maybe we show up to go say hi. You never know. So make sure you go ahead and check them out. Sign up to Plat Fight Gaming and sign up to all these events that are going on. And once more time, esports at WBD.com. If you have a tournament that you're running and you'd like to reach out, maybe get it promoted and be able to talk to our team, let us know. Reach out via that email. And art time.
Okay. I appreciate the art, of course, but we are going to be skipping it because like already the video's running on the an hour 50-minute mark, in which, you know, I'm sure people will be happy to, you know, put it on in the background to just kind of enjoy and like, you know, listen to the stream, catch the VOD basically. But you know, I'm sure we're starting to get to the realm of the video's so long that people are gonna be like, an hour and a 2-hour Multiversus video, no thank you, and they just won't click on it. So we're gonna try to save as much time as we can. Yeah, we're getting to the 2-hour mark of, you know.
And they get everybody enough. Also submitted to that is the end of our art that we have for this. It is not. It doesn't say enough how incredibly talented all you are and how much was submitted. You will see a lot of that, of course, continually being retweeted by us and talked on as much as we possibly can. But we do have time limitations that we do have to kind of keep to on the stream, so we will have to cut it a little short there. But thank you everybody who did submit all those. And now it's time for a little bit of Q&A. I'm gonna take my breath for a second because they were all so good. So if you'd
Okay.
like to take off the first one,
I
Yep. So memes
would
for life.
consider
Does Bugs still have
skipping
his
past.
combo game? Did Bugs ever lose his combo game? I'm not gonna
Say-
front. Like,
I say, did it go away?
I don't recall that really ever disappearing. It might be a little different. You might have to press more buttons,
I
but
will.
Uh-oh.
beauty and
Bugs lost his
being
combo
able to,
game.
play a character that has multiple options and crafting them together.
I'm gonna expand on this one a little bit because this affects multiple characters. So, like we said before, get ready to read. There is a lot going on in the patch notes, and yes, quite a few characters who, let's say, had some higher guaranteed strings that were a little bit difficult to get around. Did have some things changed, but that does not mean that we aim to move away from expression. As you can see, a lot of the movement and all that stuff is.
I wonder if that is
So,
specifically addressing Banana Guard.
There are going to be more moments where you see more DI windows or KBI, as I should say, for characters. Not every move will be setting the same exact direction. Some of them will send multiple directions, which you have to read and chase. There will be also again.
Bro, I really, really hope they fix Jason's up air. I know so many Jasons will tell me that he doesn't his up air is consistent as long as you're like doing it correctly. But I swear to you guys, I have over like 2,500 games on this character, and you guys have seen firsthand how often people will fall out of Jason's up air. It's ridiculous. I really hope they make it so the first hit of its up air can't be DI'd, because right now it just ruins the move.
The removal of weekend has altered the way some routes work because some routes work specifically with that extra 5% boost, and it's just overall there's quite a few characters who still retain their combo expression, but some of them have.
As Stripe, I think 1/3 of Jason's up airs work on me. I know! Some of the top Jasons like try to gaslight me into saying like, no dude, as long as you're doing up air in the right situations, Jason's up air will always work. I'm like, what is the right situations, dude? Like, what situations are you hitting up air and it's working consistently for you? There's not many. There's really not many. Like, I think the most consistent way you can hit up air and it like actually work is just hitting it raw. For whatever reason, if you just hit the move raw and you don't combo into it, it works pretty well. But man, is it mad annoying when you're trying to do like a combo out of like jab jab up tilt into like up air, and even though the combo is like true, there's just always like a small chance that his up air will just not work and they'll fall out of it and hit him for it. It's just ugh.
Have a few changes that alter the way that they've worked. So that said, Bugs, I think we'll be fine. And I don't recall him ever losing that combo game.
Great, he's fine.
Yeah, Bugs is quite great.
Another question, I'm going to take this one. This actually alludes into something I wanted to talk about with toasts. So, hashtag take this serious. What happens to fighter currency when season 4 drops? So, you will still have all of your fighter currency. That's something I meant to talk about back in Fighter Road. Now we are moving away from having fighter currency given out outside of very specific events. But all of your fighter currency that you currently have will be rounded up to the next 3,000. So you will be able to still
Mm.
get not only the characters that you
Okay.
have, but the current fighter currency that you have will be rounded up, so you'll be able to get access to another character. We wanted to make it so you had the even numbers, so you could use it out throughout the time. You could still use fighter currency in the fighter store. The fighter store will still be live for anybody who has it, same way as your fighter tokens. And for toasts, somebody had asked the other day, I forgot what the name was, but what happened? Oh, John Slater, the Joker player, asked what happens with toasts, and the answer is now toasts will be converted to Fighter Road XP, and of course, whenever you complete the Fighter Road, you're
Mm.
now converted to Battle Pass
God, I have
XP.
so much
Now
toast.
you're getting that.
I'm
So you want
so
to get Fighter
good. I'm
Road
so I'm
XP
so
or
well
Battle Pass
off.
XP, depending on if you've completed it or not, with toasts, so you don't lose your toasts. They won't be giving out fighter currency anymore, but they do give progression towards your other stuff, so you still get to keep that.
Dude, I hope you guys never
Um,
toasted anyone then.
Rakgi Man, I hope I pronounced that right. Will all characters be available to play in arena, or will having fewer characters among matter? I believe you spoke on that already, Ajax,
Yes,
where you're able to play anybody, pretty much.
correct. It is based
There's
on
no limit.
yeah, yeah. So you have a limit of characters that will pop up, and then you can
Mhm.
re-roll to get access to them, or you can pick random and get 3 extra coins for the arena run. But
Mm.
yeah, everybody will be available. You
I mean,
you
I'll
get a
definitely hit
basically a
random every
spot where you
time.
can
I
play
actually
whoever you
enjoy
like
playing
and just
most
roll
every
them.
character in the
You
game.
do give up more coins to get the character that you want, but we wanted to
I
be
was
able to
gonna
give.
say, in terms of like a
Unfortunate,
PvE element,
unfortunate that you
yeah,
toast
this would
everyone
be
you
the ideal
see.
mode for you to be able to
I did
test,
not
quote
predict
unquote,
that
as many characters as possible, so long as you
I
actually
did
pick
not
them
predict that
or
you'd get
roll for them.
rewarded for having a
Yes,
lot
and a
of
reminder
leftover
again that not
toast.
only the arena mode will be up for
4K
a few
toast
weeks,
will
but we
probably
do
get you
have an
one
arena
battle
mode
pass
blog that
tier.
goes into extreme
True.
detail and all these things. So make sure you check that out. That might be live already on socials and the website. So make sure you take a look at that. It will answer all your questions that you have for arena that we maybe might have missed here, or some details you'd like to go back and check out. It is all available on the blog that will be on the site. Let's see. I'll take this one. So, Solnak said, "So how does the fighter road work? Do we have to get everyone first before we can get Raven? How does that work?" So, with the fighter road, yes, it is a set order. If you want to unlock via the fighter road, you do have to go through all of the characters that are in the fighter road to get to Raven, who will be at the end. But if you happen to want to pick someone along the way, if you want to use Gleeman, you want to use your tickets, you want to use fighter currency, you can go to the store to pick them. There is also multiple tiers in the fighter road where you could pick amongst multiple characters that you want to pick from.
Hmm.
So you don't necessarily have to pick that same order. But
I don't know
you
how
will
much
start
toast
off.
I have. I'd
Everybody
have to
starts off
check
with Shaggy.
honestly. I think I have like
After you complete the
400 or
tutorial,
so.
you will get Banana Guard, and then the fighter road will continue from there.
I
And
only toast like
the full set order
jazz,
I can't really say.
so
It's like too
I
many.
usually try to just save
But
it for
it's very
jazz.
very self-explanatory. And reminder again, if you'd like to also get the entire bundle for everybody as one big bundled Gleamian purchase, you can do that too, and that price will decrease based on how many characters you have, and you'll see the discounts alter based on that too. So make sure you check that out.
I am more curious about how Fighter Road works because it looks like you can't just choose a fighter to start unlocking for Fighter Road. I thought it was gonna be that like you could just pick a character and start making progress towards unlocking that character, but it looks like that there is going to be characters that are further down in Fighter Road, so that's gonna be I don't know how I feel about that. I guess we'll see though.
I think that might be all
We
of our
got
questions.
another one
I think it's
here.
gonna work like Brawl Stars now,
Cyberpunk
unironically.
will the
Yeah,
Grand Challenge Midnight
that's a
Stream ever get a
little
ranked version made?
unnerving.
You never
I don't know
know.
if I like that.
That one, obviously we don't have one currently in the game, but we always listen to feedback. We're listening ideas. You never know whether something might or might not with those. I can't really give an exact answer to it, but
Mhm.
if you would like to see stuff like that, be sure to leave feedback because we're always listening to it. We always care to hear what you guys have to say.
Be loud. Being
Yeah.
loud.
Fighter currency is still a thing you can use to get who you want. Yeah, but they're taking away your ability to get it outside of very select events. So, mm, we'll have to see.
Is powerful.
And as you can see, a lot of current stages that have come out too, quite a few of them have that. Not everyone of them had having the competitive version, so to speak, in mind alongside of it. Some of them are just for fun. that you might see in different modes like free for all or the arena mode. But by all means, if you have a lot of care for that, or you have a lot of ideas for that, please.
I do think we're gonna see a lot of complaints about people saying like, why I want to play, Iron Giant's my favorite character. Why can't I just start unlocking Iron Giant or something like that? So that's gonna be, I'm sure that's gonna be a pain point for a lot of people. I was kind of hoping that the way that it worked was just gonna be that you could just pick a character to start unlocking, and then as you gain experience, you would just start making progress towards unlocking that character. It's kind of unfortunate to hear that it uh is a set road of characters that you will have to start unlocking. Like, I think technically it'll be good for newer players because I'm sure you'll have like characters that are easy to pick up first, like Shaggy and Wonder Woman and Joker and stuff like that, Banana Guard. But at the same time, if someone really wants to play a character, if the only option is to like either wait for an event to get fighter currency so that you can like get them, or uh just shill out some money, I'm sure people are probably going to be a little annoyed at that. Mm-mm. Yeah, I also think it'll be based off of just how challenging the character is going to be. Mm-mm. Yeah, we'll have to see just how long it takes to unlock each character on Fighter Road. If it's easy, yeah, it won't be that bad, but I don't think they want to make it that easy because otherwise then people aren't going to be like incentivized to pay like the $40 to get all the characters, right? And I feel like they do want that.
Please let us know. But no current yes or no to that answer. I just wanted to address that since I did see that one pop up there. And then also, someone I forgot about this one as well. Ranked. So ranked for one. I meant to bring this up earlier, but we of course have the ranked skins that will be coming in for Raven. If we go ahead and show everybody that. The new season will
I'd
begin
love to see
on
it.
Tuesday, and the ranked skins.
Ooh, I like these better. I don't know. I want to say I like these better. Honestly, the plat and the silver ones don't look all that different. They're doing silver skins now? It's kind of strange. Where's the diamond skin?
Will be the skins that you could get from that.
At least Raven with blue skin makes more sense than Jack with blue skin. I think hers look pretty good. Yeah, I think hers look pretty good too. I think there's like select ones that I'm like, eh. Like the gold one specifically, I'm like, eh. The cape looks cool. The cape, I like the purple and gold. But something about gold skin looks a little weird. Oh, that's diamond, not silver? Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense then, yeah. Kind of get owned for only getting gold. I guess that's true. Yeah, the gold skin, I'm not a huge fan of.
And another thing with ranked as well is every season from like kind of like this point forward at the beginning of the season. So the beginning of the
I believe in you,
season 4,
Shadowbug. I believe you
season
can
8
get the
and more,
master skin.
there will be a soft MMR reset. Leading up to
Soft
this point,
MMR
we
reset.
haven't
Okay.
done that yet. We've kind of just let things like kind of go along. But one of the parts of the RP that people have been pointing out is you've been fighting against a lot of the same people over and over again, and that's due to a lot of the peak MMR reaching the points that they have. So there will be a soft MMR reset, and you will be seeing a lot of different. Ideally, you'll be seeing a lot of different matchups. You'll be seeing hopefully more consistent RP gains and losses, and we're still continuing to watch that. That's something we'll be keeping a close eye on, so we can improve that experience for everybody. Ranked will have essentially a refresh going into tomorrow, as well as the brand new skins from Raven there, which personally, some of my favorites. I have to get the Master Rank skin this season for Raven. It's too good. wait till you see how the inside of the cloak works. Is the way I'll put it.
Ooh, okay.
Uh,
That sounds cool.
and I believe that's everything. But also, the cat. If you want to remind everybody as well, we still have an ongoing event that's going on with everyone.
Yeah, quick reminder, right? Quick reminder. Remember to submit your win streak videos to get cards and other prizes.
Oh
Check out the
yeah, I
official
forgot about
Multiversus
that.
Twitter for instructions to submit. There.
All right. I think that's everything.
Going to slow down. There is so much unique stuff in
Ooh.
there. I've got nothing but excitement to share about all that as that time comes around. And Fight a Road blog that is live. And if you have any
Yeah, I want to know more details about Fighter Road.
on all socials as we continue to
You're on Fight
update
Stick?
you on everything
Really?
season four.
I've
This is
never
all
heard of
the very
anyone playing
beginning. I
a
cannot stress enough. Season 4 has only just started
platform
off.
fighter with a
Season
fight stick. I'm
4.5
intrigued
is
though.
not going to slow down. There is so much unique stuff in
Ooh.
there. I've got nothing but excitement to share about all.
Wait.
Not going to just started off. Season 4.5 is not going to slow down. There is so much unique stuff.
Ooh.
I am excited to not only get my hands on this season, but season
there. I've got
4.5
nothing
as
but
well.
excitement to share about all that as that time comes around. And the cat, it's all the Marceline fans who are sitting here watching, getting ready for when she'll arrive. Well, that we talked about the unique expressiveness and how Raven plays. Somehow,
Hey, if that
Marceline
works for
matches
you,
that same
Shadowbug,
level.
Yeah,
more power
Marceline
to you,
matches
man.
that energy very, very well. And I, want to say, we as
I know
Raven
a lot of
crew
people
are
play on
happy for
keyboard,
the
so
Raven fans
I
out
imagine
there
it's not
and
that
also
much
the
different.
fans as well. This is about to be one of the best seasons. ever for this
if
game. Like I said,
people could probably play this game with a hitbox, right? So I imagine just swapping out, because a keyboard I assume would function very similar to a hitbox. So I imagine swapping out like your movement inputs for just a fight stick probably wouldn't be all that different.
feels like an entirely new experience, and that couldn't have been done without the entire team over at Player First Games.
Yes, it also couldn't have been done without all of you giving feedback, letting us.
All right. I think that wraps it up. Let's talk about it a little bit. All things considered, a lot of great changes. I think they did a lot of stuff that people have been asking for a really, really long time. I think that I'm really excited to try out the new short hops, the ability to fast fall much earlier in your jump. I'm really excited to see what the patch notes tomorrow are going to be. That's going to be a video in itself as well. I'm going to be trying to put more content out on the YouTube channel. Raven looks really cool. I'm excited to see how she plays. I'm a little worried she's going to have some loops with her command grab and the Raven. But, I don't want to doom too early, right? The hitbox overhaul is very, very promising. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't talk about rifts at all. That's really the only thing that I feel like they missed out on. But at the same time, I don't really think people are like, just super eager for rift information.